It's spring in Cincinnati, and that means that Fringe is in the air. We're back with another Fringe preview. Today, talking to David Levy of TrueFRINGE, one of my favorite people in the world. Hello, David. How are you?
I'm great, Kirk. Thank you for that introduction.
That's a really cool thing that you do with True Theater is the name of the company. TrueFRINGE is the special event at Fringe where you talk to a variety of artists about, I think, being an artist, basically. Well, tell us more about what TrueFRINGE is.
Well, it's based on our regular storytelling show where we invite people from all walks of life to share true personal stories based on the theme of the evening. And in our very first year of existence, Eric Vossmeyer, who was the artistic director at the No Theater at the time, invited us to contribute something to the Fringe Festival. We figured it had to be close to what we do, but we needed to do something to make it, I don't know, work for the festival. And
Sure.
our first thought, and the thought that we've never swayed from, is to ask people from other shows within the festival to share true personal stories based on what it takes for them to be a working artist, the trials, tribulations, successes, failures. And it's been working out great from
Yeah.
the beginning. The only modification we've ever made in this time is we had been doing 5 storytellers for 90 minutes. And in order to sort of become more like all the other Fringe shows, we knocked it down to 4, and we do it for 60 minutes. So we fit in a regular Fringe time
Yeah.
slot. And people don't have to make those difficult decisions sometimes that they
That
have to
is
make.
the tough thing to do this year, especially. There's so much great stuff on the docket.
Yeah,
I'm excited for all
right.
the things. One night only, Thursday, June the 15th, 8:30 at No Theater is when you can see TrueFRINGE. Tickets are available now. If you go to the Fringe website, you'll be able to get those. And do we have a lineup yet, or is it top secret?
No, well, there'll be an evening, I suppose, where we get those 30-second previews down at the
Yeah,
No Theater. And my goal will be to know who our 4 storytellers will be by then. I know
perfect.
one right now, and I have leads on some others,
All right.
but I'm certainly not ready to announce yet.
We'll leave people with whetted appetites
A little
to find out
wanting
who
more.
they're going
Yeah.
to see. You've been around Cincinnati theater for a long time. Fringe is one of those things that where everybody gets to come together. What's your favorite thing about Fringe?
I came late. A friend of mine really had to drag me down and say, there's this show you got to see. And I went, and I had known that it was around for a long time, and just for whatever reason didn't get there until my friend dragged me. And he didn't have to drag hard. I mean, he sort of insisted that I come. And yeah, just immediately, I couldn't believe what I was catching. These things that you won't see in regular theater during regular seasons
Yeah,
because they're only an hour, and who's going to like go out for an hour, so you could see 2 1-hour things in the same night. But the thing that really got me, and this is always kind of a surprise when I embark on a new hobby or something and I discover this element of it, how much I love that new hobby or whatever it is. But in this case, the community, of course, I'm sure everybody will be saying the same thing that you asked. But just the fact that they all come around and hanging out at the No Theater after all the shows are over,
yeah.
or even kind of during the day in between shows, passing people on the street. Hey, have you seen this yet? No, I'm on my way there now. And all this great stuff. I just really love the like for 10 days or 12 days or however many it is this
Yeah,
year.
yeah,
Like all these people you're bumping into have this thing in common. They're
yeah,
obsessing over
yeah.
when they're going to see this and what they've seen and what they liked, and it's just so much fun.
That
My wife and I
community.
get a full frontal pass every year
Yeah,
and just sort of map it out, and then of course we have to change our plans based on
right. Yeah, the
things
things
that
you
come
hear. Passes
and the
are
things.
available. Passes are available right now if you want to get those. $300 for the full photo all access. That gets you a ticket to every single Fringe show. And then the Flex Pass is 6 tickets. You can use them any way you want. That's either 6 shows, or you can take a friend and see 3, or you do the math and divide that however you like. Or individual show tickets are available as well for $18 or $20 if you really want to be generous and bless the artists. Tell us real quick too about True Theater. You got something coming up there after the Fringe event. Anything you want to plug while you've got the platform here to do so?
Sure. Thanks. We're in our 13th season of True Theater, where we produce quarterly shows, so every 3 months. And the Fringe Festival is like an add-on to that, and it always comes square between our third and fourth episode of the season, first show of the season. So we just a couple Thursdays ago did True Home, where we had 5 people sharing stories about home themed stories. And coming up in July, so again, like right after the festival, we're doing True Gift, and we're actually looking for storytellers right now. If you're local and you've got a story that may fit the theme of gift, or if you're not even sure, reach out to us at truetheater.org, and there's a share your story page, and somebody will be in touch. And just remember, we spell True Theater the fancy way, ending in RE.
Right. That's right. Yeah, I may have a story about a gift. I'm always trying to figure out if I have a story for you or not. I've never done it
Great.
yet, but one of these
Yeah,
days.
no.
One
And
of these days.
also at this last show it'll be our last show of season 13. We'll be announcing the 4 themes for the following season. So if
Excellent.
Gift doesn't end up, you'll know soon what our next 4 themes are.
It's a great concept. I love storytelling. I've said several times in these previews that the one-person solo shows are kind of my favorite at Fringe because you really get to know a person and kind of see their authentic self through that storytelling, through that one person. And it's also a very brave thing to do, to stand there with no net and no other actor or no other person to save you if you go up. It's really pretty cool. So
Personally, those are the ones I try to make sure are on my schedule
yeah,
first, so
yeah.
I catch them all.
Well, there's a ton of them so far, and the folks I've talked to, I'm very intrigued by. It's going to be a great season. You can see True Fringe on Thursday, June 15th at 8:30. Don't miss it. Tickets are available now. And, of course, all the Fringe stuff is going to be June 2nd through the 17th. It's a great time. Anything else before I let you go, Dave?
No, I think you've covered it all. Thanks for having me here.
Glad to have you. Always good to see you. I will see you down there, I'm sure. We always bump into each other in the lines to the shows, and
Yeah.
we'll see you for True Fringe. See you, everybody.
Take it easy.